What up, y'all? Welcome back. This is the loudest I've been in the past probably 4 days, since Thursday anyway. I tested for the vid, and man, I thought I was going to slip through all this shit without getting it, but, well, excuse me. I got it, man. I fucking got it. It kind of sucked first 2 days. Yesterday wasn't too bad. Today I feel like I'm back up to snuff. I'm going to go back into work tomorrow and do some yelling and screaming, hollering. It's 4 days inside. Kind of shitty, I'm not gonna lie to you, but hey, I beat it out. I'm actually I'm gonna have a drink for the first time, and I gotta do the inaugural shot it up. But hey, it's been a great summer. I played a lot of this golf. I brought my handicap down a lot, got second place in a member guest tournament, and actually won. I mean, we both took home well over $500, and the buy-in was like $200, I think. So worked out, and that doesn't include all the pro shop. I got all my clubs regripped with pro shop credit. So hey, it was a good time. I've been having a good summer so far, and I hope the rest of y'all have as well. And the Orioles have been playing some absolute great baseball. I've been high on the rebuild. I thought it was a great idea the whole time. Some of my older friends that are in their 40s like, yo, fucking Orioles been rebuilding since I was a fucking kid, you know, God, this is crazy, this sucks. And I'm like, well, just chill out, just see it through here. And hey, I tell you what, for sellers at the trade deadline, this core group has really played some phenomenal ball. And I've got to see a lot of it here lately, so I'm excited about that. Anyway, let's get down to business here. We're back in fantasy football. We're going to shot it up. There are some squads out there. I got a black shot glass for the Ravens this year. I hope we see a right good bit of black. They do out. All right, shot it up. Get ready for the 20, 22, 23 Up the Guts Fantasy League, guys. Here we go. All right, Linda, we got you a ring here. I'll definitely get this to you. You earned it. I got it a size 8. I hope that fits your finger. Comes with a little cloth right here. You can wipe it up, clean it up, before you go out with your little ring on. Like, yeah, I won the title right here. So, Linda, congrats. Very well deserved. More about you and your team and its namesake coming up. Guys, what we're playing for this year, we got this one right here. It's a little bit similar to what Linda got, but a little bit different too. I don't want them all to be the same. So I will do my best to try and keep them changed up. But winner, MVP, blah, 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 2022 fantasy football season. So a little bit something to play for there. A little ring action, sparkly in the light. Linda, I'm going to let you know, I didn't buy it women's size this year because I think you go down, quite honestly. I don't think you repeat. I don't think you definitely get a shot at a three-peat. That's for sure. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it right off. I got the repeat offender. They drafted first. Now, guys, I did my best to go off the chart that he gave me, and I was a little bit unclear. I kind of zoomed through it, so if I get you wrong, I'm sorry. But I think the only people I think that I couldn't figure out were Dickie and Bill. But I think I got you all right. So, anyway, repeat offender. We got Patrick Mahomes, Joe Mixon, Williams, Diggs, Higgins, Kmet, Stafford, Gay, the Rams defense, J.K. Dobbins, Mitchell, Boyd, Lazard, Renfro, Thielen, Njoku, Steelers. I'm going to say it. I got it written right here. I feel like that's a good damn ball club right there. Repeat with them fucking notes that you sent us, a picture of your notes right there. Like, I mean, damn, I got to admit, those are some really good notes that you took. Excuse me. Hey, I was unsure. You got a good habit, repeat. You draft well, and judging by your notes, I can see why you draft well. But you have a bad habit of sometimes you just do too fucking much. Just chill out a little bit. See where it takes you. There's something to be said about your team. I mean, Mahomes, instant hit. Mixon, that's a hit. Diggs, hit. Stafford, hit. Now that's how I've kind of broke down all your teams. Is like, what's a good player, what's a questionable player, and what's a player that it's not going to do it for you. And what I think is going to work in your starting lineup is the way I broke it down. But I think repeat, you got some depth here. And I think at tight end, Njoku is going to have a really good season this year. And I think Hayden Hurst is up there now. But we've seen what happens. I mean, a guy with that much talent, there's something there. There's a there that nobody knows about. But he's went from the Ravens, who love to throw it to a tight end. I mean, will give anything to throw it to a tight end. I mean, you see it. I think likely he's going to get a shit ton of targets this year. But he's got the it factor. No, I think Hurst had it too. He had the speed factor. But there's something there that we ain't seeing. That's why he's bouncing around the team. Does he find a home? Maybe he does. Maybe he does. But there's some, I don't know. But I think Njoku is I think he's a threat. I stand by that. Stafford's great. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. You got Thielen. I think Lazard balls out this year. Adams isn't there anymore. And Aaron Rodgers is comfy with him. So, hey, I think it's not too bad of a team. We'll see what Dobbins does coming off the Achilles. Look, for my own personal interest, I want him to do great this year. But we'll see. I mean, I think he's going to be on PUP to start the year. So, if I'm not wrong, I think that means we don't see him until week 5. Now, I think I seen some tweets that he said he's going to not be on PUP. We'll see what happens. But repeat, I think it's a really good team. I think he'll get rid of Kmet. I think T. Higgins, not bad. Not bad at all. Good ball club right there. I like it. Next up, I got the Any Given Sunday. They picked 9th. Aaron Rodgers. You can never go wrong there. I'm not going to knock the guy. I don't like him for some reason. I don't. Does he score? Is he one of the better quarterbacks to ever come through this league? You can't make an argument against that. COVID right there, Cap. Dalvin Cook. Tried and true running back right there. And they say that the Vikings are apparently going to be the class of the NFC North this year. So we'll see. We'll see about that. They got some pieces. We'll just say that. Devontae Adams, he's going to Las Vegas. Hey, I drafted some of my players just according to that. So, I think Las Vegas has got a squad. Keep in mind, they had good D last year, but they needed some pieces. They went through a lot of turmoil, especially with, what's-his-face ran back at that guy in that fucking vet. Or his vet, whatever the hell it was, but hey, watch out for the Raiders this year. I think they're going to be I know they're in a hard division, but damn, when they play out of division, that's going to be you ain't Peter rolling them. You better tighten the chin strap up when you go against them, because I think that's going to be a really good team this year. So obviously Devontae Adams, that's a lock. That's a check mark right there. Knox, he's tight end up there in Buffalo, and I think you got another one. I guess you don't. Nope. So we'll see what happens with tight end. I think you get some average decent points out of that, I would say. Mike Evans, that's a lock every year. The guy is that good. Really, he's, what do they say? Embarrassment of riches or something like that. That's what Tampa Bay has in receivers. And that's the biggest thing. You got a good receiver. I think you got 3 good receivers down there. Honestly, you got a good tight end. Did Gronk come back? I ain't sure about that. I don't. And I'll answer that now. He didn't, because I didn't see him on anybody's draft sheet. So that means he didn't come back. Somebody would have got his ass. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes out. But Mike Evans is going to score points. He's going to get more points than, he's going to be in the top 10 easily. Who else we got? Bucks defense could be good. Mayfield, hey, I'll tell you what. And somebody picked up Kareem Hunt, and I said that we'll see what happens. If he does get traded, he might really go off. And anyway, I'll get to that when I go there. But Mayfield, we'll see what happens. He's going up against his former team, the team that drafted him, for Christ's sake. And that's week 1 right there. I think that's good. Now, we'll see what happens with the Panthers. He's got Run CMC. He's got to stay off the injury list. But he's not like he didn't have a run game before. But I don't know, man. Those receivers down there in Carolina, they don't readily scare me by any means. But I think Baker's got it in him. If that was just a bad organization, and I think we can all kind of fall back on saying that might be, I don't know. Baker's a coin flip for me. I think he's got the potential to be great. I don't know if he's with the team to do it, though. We'll see what happens. Not a bad pickup. Melvin Gordon, that's a lock. I mean, the guy's going to score points. Singletary, the running back for Buffalo. I hope they find a run game. That team could win a Super Bowl hands down with no problem. They could have snuffed the Rams out if they had a run game. You got that good of a team. I mean, that team is stout. Stout. You ain't got a fucking run game, man. So we'll see what happens. I mean, if they can find a way to get Singletary in there and really stuff it to people and say, all right, hey, Josh, when you're ready, you can go out there and get it. But until then, hey, pick and choose, bud. That's when the team's going to take off. And they have taken off, but they'll take off more when they can do that. Tyler Lockett, the guy puts up points. Who the fuck's going to throw to him? Man, I don't know. I mean, they say, I've got they say written down on these notes. I mean, I try and take some notes, but I got they say written down on these notes a regular bit. That's another one. They say that apparently there's a quarterback competition going on down in Seattle. Well, I guess it's up from here. But, I mean, that leaves a lot left to be desired. I haven't seen anything about Seattle playing preseason or anything like that. But, hey, you never know. So, we'll see what happens here. I don't dislike the pick because if it does work out, if they can, and remember, Chris Carson retired. But if they can get enough run game to where Geno Smith can at least do some digging and dunking, Tyler Lockett has got that. He's got home run ability. We all know that. But he's also, I mean, he's a yak guy. He's going to make guys miss. He's going to get some yards after carry. We'll see what happens. Juju, another, I mean, damn, he's a Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver. Those guys draft the best wide receivers. You want a wide receiver and you want to know how to pick one? Take a ride up to Pittsburgh, up 83 or whatever the hell they say, and you go watch them evaluate a wide receiver because they got it. I mean, they have had some really, really good ones come through there. And Juju, right up there with him. But you got Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool. I mean, guys are head cases. But they got some fucking talent. I mean, as far as running around, catching a ball, thinking in space, it's a zone. I'll sit down for a minute. I mean, they got it. But we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. I think he's going to a different culture, Juju, to the Chiefs, is what I'm saying. We'll see. I mean, if he can get really locked down, because you're going from a place where Big Ben was the biggest drama starter to now you got Andy Reid, for one. I don't think the guy takes no shit. I think he's a player's coach. Absolutely. But I don't think he's going to put up no bullshit. I think disciplined teams always go so much farther in the playoffs. To an extent. I mean, you'll find the ones, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm intrigued by it. So, I spent a lot of time on that one. Yeah, I think that's a decent team. A little bit above decent. I think it's got a lot of potential. And we'll see what happens. You always do good in fantasy. I think you got a pretty good team. But we'll see what happens. I got it right here. Good could be great. So, we'll see. All right, next up. I'll get to that one last. Another team that I think could be pretty good. They picked 6. What I think they did. All right, Sam Dumpster Juice Darnold. I got it right. All right, we got Jameis Winston. That's a question mark. Again, they say that team could be really, really good. And like Sammy said, hey, Jameis will throw the ball to the other team. He's like a power pitcher, a really good power pitcher. When a game starts, you hear, this guy's got some stuff. I mean, I'll tell you what, he's got a 96-mile-an-hour four-seamer, but it's got a lot of life on it. Like, he's a power pitcher. He's going to really pound the zone. He's going to pound it high. And there's going to be a couple people that are going to hit the home run on him. But he's probably going to get you 12 strikeouts. He's probably going to pitch you 7 innings. And he's probably going to do it with 100 pitches. And he's going to give you what he's got. That's Jameis Winston right there. I mean, the guy's got the home run ability. He can throw the deep ball. He's agile. I mean, I think he's good. We'll see what happens down there, though. Because he does throw. I mean, I think he threw like 32 picks and 32 touchdowns or something down in Tampa Bay. So, but I think he's got enough talent where they could gel. So we'll see what happens. Not bad. Derrick Henry, you don't argue that one. I mean, that's a bona fide. That guy is gonna get you some points, no doubt about it. Saquon Barkley. Now I've seen it. I mean, this guy is good, but injuries, and they don't play for a very good team. I mean, let's just call it what it is. He's got the ability, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I hope he has a breakout team. It'd be good for the league. We'll see what happens. Tyreek Hill, I think the guy's a lock. You can't call that one any other way. They say, well, Tua, he can't throw the deep ball. He can't do this. The son of a bitch threw the deep ball the other day, and we'll see what Cheetah got in him. I mean, we're going from Pat Mahomes to a playground. I mean, let's just be honest. Pat Mahomes has the ability to get out of the pocket, do some crazy shit. Like, Lamar Jackson's going to go north and south and get out of the pocket. Shit, the pocket. Patrick Mahomes is going to go east and west. He's going to find a way to buy time. He's going to throw an absolute cannonball. Like, you're like, this could get picked off. I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, but it's Tyreek Hill. How the fuck do you bet against the guy? He's the fastest player in the league. He got hands. He gets open. And he's in an offense that I think can do it. So we'll see. I got to just check mark. Metcalf, same thing with Lockett. We'll see what happens. George Kittle, that's a lock. I think that offense is going to be really good this year too, by the way. James Conner, lock. And then you got Amari Cooper. I think either way, I mean, that guy, everywhere he goes, he plays really well. So, Pickens got potential. And they say he's really been balling out in camp. So, we'll see what happens. I think Deshaun Watson, I'll be honest with you, I haven't kept up with what's going on. I mean, hey, if the guy was going to a massage parlor and getting a happy ending and paying extra money for it, I can't choose a side on this one, but I mean, damn, the kid is fucking 24 years old probably, living this best fucking life, and I don't know if y'all ever been in the military. Dominic, you certainly have. I mean, there are barbershops there around base where you could get a cut and you could get a blow too, and hey, I mean, some shit you just fucking take advantage of. I have a daughter, mind you, so, like, hey, I'm sensitive to the shit, but at the same time, I mean, what the fuck did he really do wrong? Awful convenient everybody settled out of fucking court, too. Just saying. Anyway, I think when Watson comes back, he might get you some fucking points. And if Cleveland's in it, if they're still in it by then, hey, you never fucking know. The guy might fucking really get you a championship. We'll see. You got a good team, man. I got a lot of check marks here. I got 4 question marks. And 6 check marks. That's pretty fucking good. And I'm going to say that's more than any other fucking team's got, I do believe. Which is why you're up there with any given Sunday. But, which is why I got you right here. From Rookie of the Year to Champ. That could be you. I think the team is good. And I might be bullish on it. There might be some other people that say, hey, I don't like it. I don't think he's got a good team. I think this might end up coming home with you. Oh, easy on it, though. Don't drop it there. Bullshit. About a dumb son of a bitch. Anyway, I think you could got it. I think you got a damn good team. So, hey, man, I'm not going to give you too much clout, but you got it. Next up, picking at the 8th position, the Shorebirds. Fuck, I hate COVID. All right. They got Lamar Jackson. I think the guy's got a breakout fucking season in his sights. I mean, to go 8-0 last year, and he didn't have there was no run game. There wasn't much defense, honestly, to be had. So, I think the guy's got a big year. So, Shorebirds, that's a fucking check mark. No doubt about it. Zeke, been not so, I don't even know if you can say Zeke-ish-like, because he hadn't been very Zeke-ish-like in the last couple years. So, I got a question mark on that one. I'm not going to lie. Run CMC. If the guy puts together a healthy year, he'll be the best running back in the league, and he will set some kind of fucking record. There ain't no fucking doubt about it. But he's got to fucking stay healthy. And he ain't shown that he can do that. I mean, and that is what it is, because I like to root for the guy, but okay. We got Allen Robinson, wide receiver, Los Angeles Rams. A lot of talent there. And, I mean, you got Cooper Kupp. I don't think OBJ's going back, they say. But there's some other good receivers there. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's a good pick, but I don't know if it's... I think you'll be playing Chase Claypool for him. Yeah. And we'll be honest with you. Shit. That's why I got this down here. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Now, the Davis guy out of Buffalo, he was 4th on the depth chart last year, really balled out in that Kansas City game. I mean, really balled out. But they got 2 receivers that left. That bumps him up to 2nd. Now we're going to see what he's got. So this is a pick right here. Hey, this could either make or break. Now, if Diggs is getting doubled up and this guy really's got it like that, and hey, if you're playing Kansas City, was it in Kansas City? I think it was. It was in Kansas City, and this guy had the ice water in his veins. Let's not get it twisted. I think he was like 8 of 10 for like 204 yards and 4 touchdowns, some shit like that. I mean, hey, that's not no fluke shit. That's fucking... I got 8 targets. I got 10 targets and made 8 of them count for 4 touchdowns and 200 yards. Come on now. So we'll see what Gabe Davis does for the Shorebirds. This is one of those. It's a hit or miss right here, and I can't say that I'm upset with it because I got it written down here. That's what Shorebirds usually does. He's got Dallas Goedert for tight end. This one's on Jalen Hurts, and guess who he's got next? For his flex. It could be his QB1. I doubt it, though. But it's his flex. Jalen Hurts. These two tie hand in hand. They fox together right here. So, there's a lot of scrutiny on Jalen Hurts. From what I've seen of Jalen Hurts last year, I think with what they got now, he's got potential to really show what he's made of this year. And I think these are 2 good pickups. Because... remember, this is a copycat league. So what do you got in Philly? You got a quarterback who can run, who can throw. He's got big playability. What do they got in Baltimore? Same exact thing. The only thing they don't have in Philly is a run game like we got. But we ain't have one of those for a year. And we might not have one now. But keep in mind, tight end is a big part of our game. Tight end's going to be a big part of their game, I'm willing to bet. And they have that one big receiver who has got no quit in him, A.J. Brown. I think Jalen Hurts has a big year. I think Dallas Goedert's got a big year. I'm not going to lie about it. But it's a 50-50. I mean, it's the fucking Eagles, for Christ's sake. I mean, enough said right there. So, man, it's hard. I want to get on it, and I am on it, because I've been telling people all year, I think the Eagles win that division. Hands down. I say hands down. I say by week 15. They got that. I think they're going to be pretty good. Next up, Cowboys defense. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. All right. We got Kareem Hunt. If he gets traded to a different team, because he did request a trade. Let's not forget that. And can you blame him? I mean, man, Browns have wagered a lot to go. They're saying they knew. Everybody and their mom knew. Deshaun Watson was going to get the hammer. Now, I don't think he got the hammer that everybody thought, but he got a hammer. 11 games, I mean, that's a good bit. That's the first 11 games of the season. If you shit it up because you don't have a decent quarterback to get the ball to your receivers, well, then you're probably not going to be in it come week 11. So they wagered a lot for the next year. I think this year was going to be it. Like, I don't know. They got a lot of talent. They've got Nick Chubb ahead of Kareem Hunt. That's probably the best running back duo in the NFL, and probably the top 5 in the history of the NFL. And I know there's been a lot of them, but Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, that's pretty freaking good right there. So Anyway, if Kareem Hunt is requesting a trade, that means something ain't right there. I mean, I know he's not the most stable of people, but I think that's his way of saying, hey, look, I'm pretty fucking good. I can do better on a different team, and I think I was doing pretty good on this team, but y'all are doing some fucking shady shit, and I don't know where the next 5 years leads this team, but I can get traded to a team. The Buffalo Bills would be smart to get a motherfucker like Kareem Hunt. So just see where that goes, and that's just me prospectively thinking, but if Kareem Hunt ended up on a fucking Buffalo Bills, for goodness sake, I'm telling you what, that's Super Bowl bound fucking team right there. Just saying. So, that could be a really good pick. And I'm not saying he could end up on any team and do really well anywhere. But he played first fiddle on any fucking team for the most part. All right, Chase Claypool, he's got the potential. Isaiah Likely, we'll see what they do. You got 3 fucking tight ends, so hey, if you want to make a trade, I might be interested in one of your tight ends. So hit me up. I got it written down and shaking because I got 1 check mark, honestly. In the rest, I mean, I've got question mark, okay, question mark, on Hurts. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I got it written down as it's usual Dickey. It could score 200. It could score 27. Ain't nobody fucking knows. So, hey, we'll see. All right, we're running long on the video. I gotta really speed it up. All right. Next up is Bill. He drafted second. We got Justin Herbert, check mark. We got it. We got Dylan, the running back from Green Bay. He's a second fiddle guy, but he gets points, kind of. So we'll see what happens there. Jonathan Taylor, check mark. I mean, he's in the top 3. He's in the conversation as the best running back in the league, and yeah, so we'll see about that. Mike Williams, that's a check mark right there. I mean, he and Eckler are, they say the Chargers are going to have a really good year. We'll see. So, Bill, you got a great team so far. You got a really good team. You got A.J. Brown. I got that as a check mark because he has got the tenacity. He's one of those people, I mean, he don't quit. Like, you don't got to get it. I mean, he came from Tennessee, and yeah, he probably got a little upset with I'm blocking for Derrick Henry all the time, but now he's with somebody I think a little more up his alley. He's a big guy, and I mean, damn, I remember that Ravens game shit. He willed his way to that end zone, and they won the fucking ball game, Cap. Like, he's a good fucking receiver. Kelsey, I mean, damn, what's left to be said? I wrote this down so I get it right. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. I mean, he was streaky last year, but we'll see what happens this year. They're saying that the Lions are going to be the comeback team of the year. And I believe it. I believe it. Next up, you got the Dolphins defense. That was the top defense I seen on the board. So I think it was the top defense. I'm not sure. Fuck. I didn't write down Ravens on this either, so damn, either they got us poo-poo trifling. I don't think we're gonna be though. Anyway, Danny Dimes, no. Tua Tagovailoa. Hey, Cheetah talking a lot of shit on this man, saying he is the most accurate quarterback I ever played with. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. I think Tua could flash. I think that with what they got around him, this could be a damn good season for Tua. So I like it myself, but it's a question mark. But I like it. You got Julio Jones. He could flash down there. He's not the one. He's not the number 1. He might actually get a pile of fucking touchdowns for once in his career too. We'll see. We'll fucking see. Bill, I got you as a good team. I think you're a top 5 team this year. And I think you got the possibility to be a top 3. So, I like it. Just joshing. Picking up right where you left off. That's not a bad team by any means. You got Joe Burrows. I want him to have the sophomore slump. I want nothing more than for Joe Burrows to shit the bed. And I say Burrows because I know his name is Burrow. But out of disrespect, I'm saying Burrows. But Joe, it's a good pick. That's a check mark. After last year, you can't call it nothing different. Nick Chubb, check mark. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's right there. We'll see. I like it, though. Pittman, we'll see. Justin Jefferson, check mark. Schultz, tight end for the Cowboys. I say that's a check mark, too. Tom Brady's the GOAT, but he's shaky in fantasy. I'll say that. Chargers D, we'll see. Cam Akers, I don't know. You got it right there. I just don't know. I mean, I think you're a top 5 team as well, but I mean, you got some check marks up there. But goddamn, not sure, Linda. But I think it's a good team, nonetheless. Like I said, top 5. I mean, bottom 5's a bad team. Top 5. A lot of you picked well, though. I'll say that. This is probably the best draft I've seen in a while. No cap, as the young kids would say. All right. Next up. I think this is last but not least. No, it's not. Next one is Demi Machina. Drafted 10th, I think. Pretty sure. Josh Allen. Bona fide ball player right there. I mean, this guy, hey, we'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't know if he got enough on his ticker, but we'll see. Shit. Fuck COVID. But Josh Allen, he's a baller, man. Top 3 quarterback in the league, if not the best. I think, in my opinion, the best quarterback in the league. I put him up there as the best. So, me Machine, great pick. ETN, I'm high on the guy. I have one of my best friends from the Marines is a Jags fan. That's all I've heard about. Is ETN's come back. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, the Jaguars have got a chance to do something special. If Trevor Lawrence can be as advertised, and I think they got some weapons down there. Don't get me wrong. I think this has got the potential to be a second-place team in their respective division. Because I think the Colts got on a lot. But, and there ain't much there in front of their way except for the Titans. Either way, I think ETN's a good pick. I got a check mark next to him, and that's a stretch. I think anybody else would say that's a question mark at best, but I'm on ETN train like you. Najee Harris. Shit, I keep going. You're going to watch me die on camera. Najee Harris, we'll see what happens. There's a lot changing down there in Pittsburgh. And with their situation, I think they're going to be a run-first team. But we'll see. But I'm going to put a check mark. I'm going to put a question mark next to it. Because I don't know. Bateman, it's a run offense right here. But we'll see what he can do. I got a check mark next to it just because he's wide receiver 1 on the Baltimore Ravens. Kyle Pitts, I got a check mark next to that. I think he's going to show out. He great last year. Going to be great this year. You got Trey Lance. I think he's going to have a big year. I really do. And I think he's got everything he needs to succeed. He's got a great coach. He's got a great supporting cast. If he can get it right here, watch out. Just watch out. I think that's a good pick. Then after that, you got a running back that got shot. You got D-Hop who could come back after a few games. And then you got Evan Ingram. So, hey, it's got potential to be fucking great. But I ain't sure. It's a top 5. But you do a lot of moving and shaking too, but you normally do it for the better. I'm going to give you that. You're pretty savvy up here, and you usually make decent picks. So, I can't call you an average team. I think you're a good team with the potential to be a great team. So everybody watch out for the Me Machina this year. And I like to talk shit on the Me Machina. Just because Me Machina, he got a lot of mouth like I do. And it's fun. But I think Me Machina, I gotta give him his due credit. I think, and he always does good in fantasy sports too. Gotta give him that. So Me Machina, cheers, buddy. All right, last up, Blacktooth, drafted 7th. got Derek Carr. That's a shaky pick right there. And, Derek Carr's got the ability to do a lot of things with a brand new looking thing we got going here. So he got Devontae Adams. He's got Darren Waller. He got Josh Jacobs. He's got a defense that can play ball. I think he's got the potential to really be good. But we'll see. Austin Eckler, good pick. He's a check mark. I mean, he's RB number 1 for the Chargers. He's always done well. Swift, hey, I really didn't know if I was going to get him, but keep in mind, guy put up a lot of points last year. I think he's on a breakout team. I think he's got another great season ahead. That's a check mark. Keenan Allen, he's one of those guys. I mean, he doesn't split time, but he splits a lot with Mike Williams just because they're both really good. So he's a question mark. I just got to say. Deebo Samuel, check mark. I mean, the guy, he runs, he catches. What don't he do? He is a baller. Right there, that's a check mark. Darren Waller, if he, there's some injury ability right there, I would put him as a check mark, but I'm not too sure. If he can last the season, then yeah, I think he's a check mark, but we'll see what happens. Cordero Patterson or whatever, he was pretty good last year, but again, he plays in Atlanta. He's another one. He catches. He's a running back. He's a wide receiver. I picked him up. I was my strategy this year. I wanted to get the 2 guys that could be a threat every single down. They could be running. They could be running routes. You never know. So we'll see what happens with that. Evan McPherson, they say he's the next Justin Tucker. I don't know. He's a kicker. I haven't said anything about kickers, and I'm not going to now. Justin Fields, that was an auto draft. No. I'm probably going to get rid of him. I'll see what he does the first couple weeks, but no. Chase Edmonds, he's a question mark. He's got the ability to do good. He doesn't. We'll see. Pollard, I think, could be really taking some time from Zeke, but it's a question mark. My whole team's a we'll see. So, hey, with that being said, that's the end of the update. It's been 37 minutes. I got to piss so bad right now. I'll see y'all after week 1.